Inflexion has a family of 3 different funds, and Enterprise is really the heartland of Inflexion. It was where we sort of established ourselves all those years ago, and it really comes to the ability to build connections with entrepreneurs. These are very personal decisions that are being made by the business owners.
The most successful investments I've been involved with is where they really get under your skin and you feel part of the team, entirely aligned.
Yeah, I think that shared enthusiasm is really important, and if you don't both have an enthusiasm and a passion for where you're trying to get to, you're not going to get there, or you're not going to get there as fast and successfully.
I haven't got anything but positive words to say about all of them. They've all got absolute integrity. They all did what they said they were going to do with us. They helped us, they went above and beyond. We had a great experience, and I miss spending time with them. I miss the board meetings. It always felt like a really collaborative relationship.
What unifies the successful management teams that we've backed is a real clarity of what they want to achieve and an unrelenting desire to achieve that. And the other thing is a creativity of thought and identifying where they can do something very, very special in their particular area.
I've had a fantastic experience building Virgin Experience Days. It's been the best job that I've had. We've been able to professionalise the business, invest in the business, grow the business, and I think that Inflexion's been a great part of that, primarily because they've provided support when we've asked for it, but enabled us as a management team to be able to run the business day to day, which is, I think, the best that you can hope for.
I think a lot of it is about being open and honest about where we see the vision for the business going, to be guided from them, because we have to be aligned in what we're doing.
Often the first question that you'll get asked when you come to a management presentation is, what do you bring more than money? And for Inflexion, that's an easier question to answer, because at the enterprise level, we look very, very different to our competitors. We have the benefit of being part of 10 billion of assets under management, and the specialists that we have at Inflexion to support them in their growth ambitions make a real difference.
You know, when I think of the business that we sold to Inflexion, and I think of a $270 million business 4 years later, operating in the United States, operating in Latin America, India, UK, and Europe. None of that would have happened without Inflexion. They were a force multiplier and gave us the expertise that we really needed to execute on that vision.
If you ask John, the founder of Limpbells, I think one of the things that he would point to is all of the value acceleration toolkit that we can bring to bear. And then if you wind forward 6.5 years, you see that almost every single one of them, they've all worked with Limpbells over those years.
It's enabled us to drive the business forward, to take risks we might otherwise be nervous about, to pick ourselves up and carry on again when things haven't quite worked out at whatever point. It's enabled us just to move the business forward in a really well thought through way and drive a level of scale well beyond the area that we had envisaged when we first started.
The breadth of businesses within the lower end of the mid-market affords you the ability to meet some really inspiring individuals. And when you get to the end of that successful journey and you've realised those growth ambitions, you put in place the building blocks, the recognition from both sides of a job well done, and a relationship which has delivered on its promise, that is a hugely rewarding aspect of my role.